Tecnologia!
Tecnology!
Tecnologia!
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. And in this tube that probably you can see, it comes branded from Handing. I've got a very special rod. So I got in contact with Handing and asked them after I saw the teaser pictures of it on Facebook, and I asked them, can you please send me a rod for me to test? And they were very kind and nice and sent me this rod. So this is the Handing XUL Wolf. Not easy pronunciation for me as a Portuguese, but XUL Wolf. It's actually quite a bitey name. And this is an ultralight rod. As you can see in here, it's 4'9", so 1.49 meters. I think, if I'm not wrong. And you see the action rapid. It's an ultralight rod, so from 0.8 to 3 grams. Maximum P that you can put in here, it's 0.8. It says it was designed by Ano, I think it's pronounced Ano. And the sleeve, it's actually quite nice. It's made with very plush neoprene. As usual, I have a couple of rods from Handing that have this sort of material, and it feels quite nice on the hand. Very simple design. Quite an expensive rod. So I think this one, with all the discounts, if you get it on a sale day, will be around 90 euros. So if you maximize all the coupons, it's 90 euros, but it has some awesome features. But to show you all these features, I will need to go to the table. So now that we're on the table, you can clearly see that this looks like a handmade rod. I suspect it is a handmade rod because of the price and the probably low volume that they've made. In here you can see clearly on the table that we have two models, and you can have it in either spinning or casting with two lengths. So the difference from one to the other, it's just other than the weight, it will vary because of the handle. You also will have one more guide in each of the models of casting. So instead of 6+1 or 7+1, you'll get 7+1 or 8+1. The guides on this rod, it's one of the tricks and the party pieces, because as you can see while I'm mangling the tags over there, the XUL Wolf tag, and the Fuji tag, that is only for the top guide. So the top guide, it's a LG top frame guide with an Alconite insert, and the other guides are made from a carbon frame with a silicon nitride insert. The handle and the butt are made of carbon fiber. As you can even see the flakes and bits of carbon fiber. Nice aluminum inserts. All the lettering, it's pretty cool on this rod. You have the logo of the rod on the cap end, even though my camera doesn't care to focus. You have all the lettering on a lovely silver, even though this is a very thin blank. As you can see, even the down part of the rod, it's very thin. Again, the frame, I was talking about the silicon nitride ring. So if you are used to go on the expensive rods, you know that the more expensive are SICK. The difference from this to SICK is that the SICK guides will have a little bit more hardness, but with hardness it will come brittleness. So if you bang this rod, the rings, they will withstand a little bit more force than the SICK guides. I would say that this Torzite, even Alconite and SICK, you will not be able to destroy them through braid with salt water. So you cannot, how can you say, hacksaw through them, even if it's silicon carbide or silicon nitride or Torzite, which is mainly what this rod has. So if you are a Fuji guy, this is the equivalent to Torzite. And this rod craftsmanship, so all the frames for the guides are very well put in here. If we take a measurement of the tip, you can see that it will settle at 115 millimeters. which is actually quite good for a solid tip. If we come on what they claim, so they don't have a specific, they have 1.1 on this model, so it's still there. You can see the bend, the progressive bend of the rod. If I could film this with the whole rod assembled, you will see that even on heavier loads, it will not load the full weight to the handle like some super ultralight rods will do. And as you can see in here, you will have some bend, but it's very, very springy. You will see on the fishing video, I will just measure it here. So 4.50, on the table that I showed you in the beginning of the video, they claim 4.45, so it's probably accurate since I'm not using Mitsubishi calipers. And now just a weigh-in, we get 58.7 grams, so still on what they claim. They claim 58 grams for this version and 60 for the longer spinning version. If you are going on casting, it will be around 73-75 grams depending on the model, but you also have more guides. Man, this rod feels awesome on the hand. I would say that this is perfect because I was looking for a shorter rod for when I'm fishing the very, very small creek that I have on the park, where you see me fishing most of this winter. But every time I go on my cart, I always buy the stupid casting rods. I always get casting rods. So since this was a sample sent in by Henning, I didn't have a lot of choosing on which model could I get. So they sent me this, which is great. It's like when you want to buy pants for yourself and then you have someone that says, I bought this for someone but it doesn't fit, so take this one, and they always perfectly fit you even though they were just given in through you and bought for someone else. This is the same exact thing. So I needed a shorter spinning rod, but every time I'm going to buy something, I always get the casting rod. And in here you see me bending the rod. You can see what I was talking about. So when you have the whole rod assembled, and it's very, very easy to assemble, and it's a very, very good after assembled, you will have like 2/3 of the bend of the rod even on heavier loads, which is pretty good on a spinning rod. And in here you can see a little teaser of me fishing with this rod, doing what I thought would be stupid, that would be going after 2/8 shad with this rod. I've cut myself talking because I talk a lot of crap during this day. I said that this was a small 2/8 shad. It's because of the rod. It didn't felt like a big deal, but it's actually quite a nice 2/8 shad. It's 31 centimeters, so proper size for a 2/8 shad, even though we are getting a lot of bigger ones. Since I was fishing so much on the surface, that's why I have been cutting this like 30, 20, a lot centimeter 2/8 shad. And with that said, I will see you guys on the in-water video of this rod, and please leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!